And we are live. We thought as much that it could be tricky. The game has finished at 2:30 a.m. India time. All thanks to the kids not reaching in time. That is why everyone was Arshdeep Singh today.
Everybody. Number
Everybody,
two.
number two,
Jersey number two, Arshdeep Singh. Shreyas Iyer. Oh, sorry. Surya Kumar Yadav.
Arshdeep Singh.
Arshdeep Singh. I think Avesh Khan was also Arshdeep Singh. So possibly Rohit may have thought that Arshdeep will bowl two back-to-back overs. He bowled the penultimate over and then um, Arshdeep Singh uh, impersonating as Avesh Khan bowled the last over, right? Or Avesh Khan impersonating Arshdeep.
Yeah, many things to talk about. By the way, I can see all your comments. Yes, we are still in office. We thought that, let's watch the match together. With so many of us, we're all working very late at night because of the Commonwealth Games and the match. So we thought might as well be here. But I can see some initial comments, and we'll let's address that without not taking any one comment as such. Some people are saying that great captaincy by Rohit Sharma, because the captaincy is what brought you this close in a game that you had thought was done and dusted because India didn't do well in batting. Then there are those that are saying very bad captaincy, because obviously they're pointing out the fact that someone like Bhuvi had 2 overs left, your best bowler, but you went to the most expensive bowler, that is Avesh Khan. I think Jadeja had an outstanding day, but you didn't bowl him the full quota of 4 overs. You gave him only three. So certain things were done. What did you make of
No, in fact,
what was done
towards the
today?
end, I was pretty confident that Bhuvaneshwar will bowl the last over. But I was surprised not to see him. Was he okay? Was he injured? Did he have a niggle or something? That could be a possibility. But still, I was a little surprised. I don't know. You can say that we are experimenting. Rohit Sharma, after the game, can always say that they are trying a few players. They are trying to put these players in situations where you need lot of experience and you're trying to give them some experience, but I don't think at the expense or at the cost of a match you should do things like these, be it experimenting your opening combination, be it situations like these where you had the match, you almost had the match, but I think you let it allowed it to slip away.
I can't understand. One side you're saying you want to experiment, okay, which is very evident with what Rohit Sharma did today, which is allowing Avesh Khan to bowl the last few overs. So clearly there's an experiment that you want to see how he performs in the death. You wanted to put him under pressure, and that's the thinking that I know. Then that means you're not taking this series very seriously, as in the
Exactly.
result of the series doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Okay, if you've decided that, then experiment even more. Then experiment. Let Rohit Sharma sit out. Get Sanju Samson to
Yes.
play as an opener.
Yes.
Get Sanju Samson should opener. Let's experiment. Surya Kumar to will go to the World Cup. Let Deepak Huda play
Exactly.
at number 4.
If you are not taking these
Experiment.
matches seriously, I'm sorry, but you can
Then
very
let
well
everyone
rest.
experiment.
You can very well take rest from the series or these matches. But because see, if you have Ashwin was, I think, the second most expensive bowler.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Maybe because of the left-handers, you thought that let's go with the Ashwin, get him to bowl a few more overs, one after the other, one after the other. But you had somebody like Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, and towards the end, what happened? Bhuvaneshwar Kumar was left with 2 overs. Okay, I can still understand that maybe he was not completely fit. He must have complained of some niggle or something. But for me, you also mentioned this earlier in the last few conversations that we've had on air, on camera, that it was Rohit Sharma's insistence that you got Ashwin back into the team. This happened in the T20 World Cup also last year.
When he was vice captain.
Yes, when Rohit Sharma was the vice captain. And but so you it seems to me, I might be wrong, but as in from the outside, it seems to me as if you are pushing a player. Just you bowl a few overs, you will pick up a few wickets, and then maybe I can push your case further. It seems to me.
I
might-
think I'm going to take one comment. Abhi Adhikari has a comment. He's saying, Sir, Nikhil sir, please don't get confused. It was not an experiment, it was a blunder. That just goes on to tell you, I know, I understand that maybe some of you may not agree that it was a blunder, but what that tells you is, and Abhi Adhikari is an Indian cricket fan. He wants his Indian team to win. He is up at 2:30 at night
Exactly.
to see his Indian team win. Are you, if this was a clear cut, I mean, I'm saying you're not nitpicking, you're not saying one small thing here, there, oh, this left-hander came, so why did you bowl this one? It's not about that. The most simplest and the basic of things was that when the game was made, a Bhuvneshwar Kumar would have bowled, but you did not because you wanted to experiment. And as Abhi Adhikari, as a fan, he's saying that if he's wanting an Indian team to win or he's supporting an Indian team to win, it's not an experiment. In his eyes, it's a blunder. That's what he says. My point is, if you are thought of experimenting, then experiment the whole hog. Then don't say that, oh, we have to do this. Then everyone should be experimenting. Then why are you following this pecking order in batting? In batting, you are saying no. The ones that are ahead in the queue, they need to play a bit more. They need to be batting, and then keep experimenting. Give Sanju
Absolutely.
Samson also a chance.
Experiment till October 23rd.
Yeah, that is what will happen. Mr. Shekhar says Junaid in 2012, Amir in Asia Cup 16 and Champions Trophy 17, Bolt in 19, Shine Shah in World Cup 21, Topley, McCoy. Wonder who the next one will be.
I'm just trying to think.
Yeah, so who are the left armers in the group that we have? Okay, in the World T20.
Huh.
You have South Africa, probably Janssen. Janssen might trouble you. Then you've got Shaheen, yet again, who might trouble us. And you have Bangladesh's left arm pacers don't trouble India that much. Mustafizur is
No, they
there.
have left arm spinners to do that job.
Yeah, so you're basically packed with left armers throughout the group stages of the World T20. And looking at it, you have not learnt your lesson yet from 2021 onwards. You haven't learnt, even 2019, forget it. 2016, from 2016, you have had 6 years, you have not yet tackled left arm pace. Topley, you gave him 9 wickets in 2 matches. And here, Obed McCoy, and that too in a format which is much more relevant, heading into a World T20 year. If you do not look at these danger signs, I am sorry. Then you just don't want to learn. So,
I think you're experimenting far too much, and also the template. You know, again, I'm sorry, but a lot of things were said when the regime took over, Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid. But I'm finding it hard to believe that are they actually following what they said at that time, because they're experimenting far too much. They said that players will feel a lot secure now, but I don't think that is happening. And they also spoke about a template, that how T20 should be played from here on. And I think they actually followed the very template that they spoke at that time. But
Today they followed that template.
yes, that is what happened. So you lost, I think, 3-4 wickets very early, but in fact, your run rate was pretty good. It was around 8, 9, 10, around close to 8, 9, if I'm not
See,
wrong.
that's why I say this template is overrated.
Exactly.
If you are playing normal cricket, you get 150.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
and
And
you
what
win
happened
games.
in the second half of that innings? You barely got how much? I think you were by 8th over you were 70 odd runs. I'll just tell you what exactly. So in the 8th over you were 67. 9th over you were 69. Okay, then 10 overs you were 75.
64
This
runs.
you had lost after you had lost 4 wickets. So
64 runs
what
the
you are
back end.
saying, even I think this template is very good. But then there'll be times, there'll
No,
be
but
days.
who created this template? England. They're struggling.
Yeah.
They are struggling.
3 consecutive series
It's
they've lost.
it's
Yeah.
it's better for all teams to understand cricket at the core remains the same. Remains the same. I know that people will say cricket has changed over the years. Your first T20 World Cup triumph in 2007 also came when you played regular
Most of the core.
conventional cricket. So it doesn't mean the T20, yes, you will play aggressive, but that doesn't mean you'll go mad. Mayur Khatri has a super chat. He says, I think left hand, right hand combination in opening is a must in the batting lineup, considering our batsmen face problem with left handed bowlers. Ishan for Shreyas. I think that is why we were saying that if you wanted to, none of us were very happy with experimentation. But if you really wanted to experiment, and because KL was not here, yours was a perfect chance to prepare your backup opener in Ishan Kishan. He's been with the team, he's scoring runs. You want to give him more chance? You've got a chance now to get him to play. But you did not use that chance. I'm saying even if you had to make a random experiment, even then something you started with Rishabh Pant as an opener, and you want left hand, right hand, even that to a certain extent I would have believed. What purpose does Surya Kumar Yadav coming in opening solving? It's in fact detrimental both to
For
nothing.
him and for the team also.
Absolutely. It makes
The
just
whole
no sense.
composition goes for a toss.
Just makes no sense.
The two C's, composition
wanted
and
to
confidence goes
even-
out.
Even
Rohit
if I
Sharma.
say you are experimenting to learn, what are you going to gain from this experiment? Any experiment you do, you want to gain something. I don't see.
No,
I
and even
don't see
with
the logic.
Avesh Khan, if you just a simple cursory thing, even in the IPL, his death bowling is hit and miss.
Yeah.
Most of the times it's miss. So why this experiment now? Because anyway, you're going to have Bumrah back. You're going to have Bhuvi bowling in the death most of the time, or even in the middle overs and power play. So why this experiment with Avesh Khan? I just don't understand.
Rohit Sharma
Okay.
is said.
So
what?
basically, is confirmed. So there was nothing wrong with Bhuvneshwar Kumar. I was absolutely fit and fine. It is just that what Rohit Sharma is saying, unless you give chances to guys like Avesh Khan and Arshdeep, you will never know. But it is just one game. They have the skills and they have the talent, and it's all about backing them. So basically, Rohit Sharma is saying that I backed Avesh
Yeah,
Khan.
but that was evident. We also knew that. But
No,
I'm
I
saying,
don't-
was it the right time to do it?
At the cost of a
Then
match.
I'm saying, why are you not extending that same graciousness and largesse of your heart to the batsmen also? Give it to Sanju Samsung also and
Yes,
Deepak Huda.
yes.
Everyone.
They
When
will
will you
also
see
learn.
when will you see how they perform under situation? Send them.
So Rohit Sharma is saying, it seems as if Rohit Sharma is happy. He's saying targets like these can be chased down in 13, 14 overs, but we dragged it on till the last over.
No, which is credit to them
Yeah.
and some sort
But
of
you could have
discredit
won
to
this
the
game.
West Indies batting also.
No, I'm saying you could have won this game.
Yes, you could have. Absolutely. Ashdeep bowled a
At
fantastic.
the
And
end of the
Avesh
day,
no
at
ball.
the end of the day, it was a matter of just one over.
Yes.
One over, you could
Yes.
have won that game.
Simple. Don't bowl that no ball.
Rohit Sharma, again, you talk about the template.
Just to
He's saying we have to look at some things in our batting, but I will say it again and again. This is the approach we want with the bat. We won't change anything. I think he's only talking about the approach, as in that
Okay,
aggressive
approach, not-
that you were not batting so much. He's talking about that no matter how many wickets we lose, we'll continue to bat like that. I'm not a big fan of this approach. If this was the success mantra in T20 cricket, England would have been T20 champions. They're not. Okay. So they want to continue with this approach. Okay.
I think approach, I may or may not want to find faults.
So Tushar Tiwari is saying, is this tour being used as an eliminator for players for World T20? It looks like team management has final team in mind, and they are considering Asia Cup, South Africa and Australia matches and main matches to test World Cup combination. Tushar, while I agree with you that they may be using the Asia Cup, South Africa and Australia matches for main matches for World Cup combination, I agree with you that they are going to be doing. But please, pray tell me, how is this an elimination thing? Who are you going to eliminate? Are you going to eliminate Surya Kumar Yadav? Are you going to eliminate Rohit Sharma? He's the captain now. Are you going to eliminate Bhuvaneshwar Kumar? These guys are also playing.
No,
are
are
you going
you-
to eliminate Rishabh Pant?
Are you going to eliminate Rishabh Pant? Are you going to eliminate Hardik Pandya? Are you going to eliminate
Dinesh Karthik?
Karthik? Are you going to eliminate
No.
Bhuvneshwar Kumar?
No. None of them. By the way,
Ravindra Jadeja?
all of them, yes. All of them, you take it from me in writing. From here, Dinesh Karthik, Ravindra Jadeja, Hardik Pandya, Rohit Sharma, Surya Kumar Yadav, Shreyas Iyer, all you will see them in Asia.
I am saying
Rishabh Pant.
you know what will be your first 11 on 23rd of October
Yes.
against Pakistan. Okay, there are a few players who've been rested, they will just come back into the 11. They'll just walk into this 11, right? So I am saying, you know who your opener is going to be. Do you think that Surya Kumar Yadav is going to be your opener? No. Your opener will be KL Rahul.
Yes.
Just
I'm saying just in case, as a backup, like KL Rahul has this propensity to get injured very often. Assuming that he is that guy who gets injured, then will Surya Kumar Yadav be your
no.
opener?
I am saying KL Rahul is your first choice opener alongside Rohit Sharma.
Yes.
Play Ishan Kishan there. So KL Rahul comes back. He just walks into that 11. So Ishan Kishan just
Waits.
is benched.
Yes.
Okay, he is your backup opener. Now at number 3, you have Shreyas Iyer batting. Absolutely no problem. I don't have any issue. Yeah, you can always say that you can have a Deepak
But he's
Hooda
backed
in
up
there.
for Virat Kohli.
Yes. The moment Virat comes back into the team, Shreyas Iyer will sit out. And then similarly for other players. But what are you doing? You are pushing Surya Kumar Yadav up the order.
Yes.
Then in an earlier match, you got Rishabh Pant to. I'm saying even if you had Rishabh Pant as your opener against England, you should have persisted with him. Then maybe I wouldn't have found out so many faults.
Yeah. And I'm saying, God forbid, Surya Kumar, even when you make your 11, is your 11. God forbid these 2-3 opportunities where he's not got run,
Yeah.
puts even a seed of doubt in his mind, and he
Exactly.
kind of loses form. Who's going to be responsible?
Even he would want to get some runs
you
under
get
his
anxious.
belt heading into a tournament like the Asia Cup or the T20 World Cup.
No matter how big a player you are, if that's not his natural position, if he has 2-3 failures, he gets anxious, right? Because he wants to then perform. And when you get anxious, then when you go back to your position, you don't get runs. I think that's harakiri. I can't understand the logic. Gaming Live says, why is Pant always criticized in every match? Why does he need to prove in every match? These fan clubs of every player want him to fail. Gaming Live, I agree, and I mean, I'm neutral to what you've said. I also agree that every time you're looking at Rishabh Pant is also not fair. But on Rishabh Pant's front, I think he needs to score runs in T20.
T20 cricket, yes.
That's one format because there is a Dinesh Karthik pushing him for a slot.
And in the first game, DK did
Yeah,
help India
yeah.
get in. So, okay, assuming that Pant does not do well in these 5 games, plus the 11 that he may play Asia Cup, South Africa, and Australia before the World T20. As we had said, Pant is not an automatic starter then in the World T20. He may be in the squad, but he may not be an automatic starter.
Yeah. Mayur Khan. Mayur Khatri.
Approach question mark. He's saying you're talking about the approach that even Rohit Sharma mentioned in his post-match presentation ceremony. He said that this is the approach and we will stick to this approach and template again and again and again. Now Mayur Khatri is saying approach. He's asking the approach.
What
Hardik
approach?
Pandya,
He's saying what approach?
Exactly. Hardik Pandya scored 30
30
of
of
31. Jadeja got 27 of 30. Dinesh Karthik got 7 of 30.
In a way, he's right.
So,
So that's what I was
64 runs
saying.
in 12 overs, 74
Exactly.
balls.
So that's what I was saying. You played with an approach of that slam bang in the first half and you lost 4 wickets. Then you had to go back to that old approach.
Yes. So might as well play with a more sensible old approach. Shobham Sai, how many people have thought that the match will go till the 19th over and we used to listen 45 minutes of bad game? Just one match loss, we are reacting like we lost everything. Shobham, I don't think the loss is an issue. Just to reiterate again, kudos for India to taking the match there. Also, I think not the best approach in batting by West Indies as well. Any team which would have been slightly better would have finished this match much earlier. Again, taking nothing away from the Indian team. Some of them bowled well. But the point here we are saying is about what you're trying to achieve. If you're looking at the T20 World Cup, nobody is saying the world has not come to an end that India has lost this match. We didn't even discuss that. What we said is you were in a position to win this match by bowling Bhuvaneshwar at the end. You did not because, okay, fine, you want to experiment. Well, then experiment on every front we are saying. We're not saying that match, even if Bhuvi had bowled and India would have lost this game, you wouldn't have criticized them. But we are talking about certain bizarre experiments that are happening. For example, experiments in Bhuvi not bowling the last. If you're not It's an international game. If you're not serious about winning a game and you just want to experiment, then I'm saying, what wrong has a Sanju Samson, Deepak Hooda, and everyone done? Why are they not being part of this experiment? Let everyone experiment.
I agree with what you are saying or what Shobhan is saying, but I also disagree. Shobhan, wins and losses matter a lot. It's an international match. It's not, we tend to get so emotional and sentimental when
Abhi
you're
Adhikari pointed out,
when
who was
you're
a fan.
exactly when your IPL team loses a match or wins a match, people are at war. If there's an RCB Mumbai Indians, RCB CSK match, and here it's an international match, you are playing for India. If you were so confident that India would lose this match, we would not have been staying back in the office at 3 o'clock to do this show. We should have gone back and in the morning we would have done a small chat. अरे expected तो था, match तो हारना ही था आपको, फिर भी इंडिया ले गई जी, मारो ताली. Yeah.
Amit Kumar Jha is saying, does losing to West Indies not put your morale down going into the Asia Cup?
It may not. It may not. For me, victory matches are important. As simple as
That's
that.
what he's saying. So if you lose, doesn't it affect your morale?
No.
So this.
No.
Why not? See, West Indies are a two-time World T20 champions. You lost to a good side if you have to look at it.
No, this West Indies is not that.
this
Yeah,
is
but
not
then
these,
see,
come
West
on.
Indies also got the baggage of history because
No.
they have lost
No.
12 out of the last 13 games. They had to end their losing streak in some way.
I am more bothered
So all
about.
the more it's worse. A team that's lost 12 out of 13 is beating you.
I am
It should
more
make the loss even worse.
I am more worried about the individuals. I am more worried about the individuals like Surya Kumar Yadav, who may have to tinker with his approach also as a batsman. When if he is playing at number 4, he has to employ a different approach.
Yes.
If he is playing as an opener, Rohit or the team management would say, "Arey yaar, you don't worry, you just go and play your natural game." He would say, "Okay, it wouldn't make a difference. You play whichever way you want to play, you go and play. It doesn't." But you have to change your mental approach also. I am worried about Shreyas Iyer also. I am worried about a player like Deepak Hooda also, who must be kicking himself or I don't know, banging his head on the wall because exactly what you said.
He'll be-
अगर आपको, if you have to make a mazak, a joke out of a game, you are not serious about a game, you might as well allow them to play. At least get them runs. At least they will have the backing of. They may not have the backing of the selectors or the team management. At least they will earn a few fans. That boss tomorrow, if he's thrown out of the team, at least people will say, "Bhai, what justice for Deepak Hooda? What wrong did this player do to deserve to not to be in the team?"
Answer this question and Siddharth will answer this. Killer Aswant is saying,
Aswant is saying-
I never see this kind of experiment in the IPL. Why? Answer the question.
Oh boy. See,
Why such experiments are not done?
IPL is cricket.
Sacrosanct.
Sacrosanct.
So Indian cricket is not sacrosanct.
The trend, this is the trend. This
Okay.
is the new
Then what
reality
can I
that
do?
we are seeing. Because look, you are now going to be in a new kind of normal when it comes to cricket, where T20 leagues are going to get prioritized. Come on. That
You are living in a fool's paradise.
Exactly.
Even now, numbers for international cricket are weird than
absolutely.
IPL cricket.
But then look,
India matches.
The alarm bells should actually be, like how they say, the bells toil hard. Imagine what's happening. ODI World Cup qualification. Okay? World Cup qualification.
Yeah, South Africa.
South Africa cancel a series. Okay, I can understand it was against the Minnows or against the Associate. But they cancel a series against Australia. 5-time champions.
No, I don't bother about South Africa,
No,
Australia.
you
Tell
are
me
saying
about
no.
Indian
Okay,
cricket.
you are saying that numbers for India matches when India plays
Yes.
representing India,
Yes.
the country, numbers you have the viewers.
Yes.
You people tend to watch. We get better response
Yes.
as compared
You
to
can
IPL.
find out when you're on
Right?
Sports Today
Yes.
or Sports Talk or
Right,
wherever. Yeah.
right. Then why are we saying that result doesn't matter?
I am saying it matters.
Result should matter, and
saying
especially when you had this match, when you had the West Indians on the mat, you should have bowled somebody like Bhuvi.
Movie.
At the end of the day, win is a win.
priorities are different. You experiment in international, but T20 leagues and all, it's sacrosanct. You cannot do anything.
Rajiv Singh is saying, frankly speaking, this team doesn't give you confidence. Arshdeep impresses more and more,
yes.
which is true.
Arshdeep
It's-
has been very, very impressive.
As
It's
I
a
said,
fact.
I said to Rahul also, I said to you also, it looks like a deja vu repeat of 2019 and 2021.
No, at least Siddharth, there you didn't have a clarity
Yeah.
on one particular position.
Here there is clarity on nothing.
See, YSJ Boy says, in the words of Ajay Jadeja, there is no selection happening, only rejection happening. So you're not selecting players.
Or maybe you've already selected players. You've already decided.
Huh. So if you have decided, so is Avesh Khan in that team? Can he go?
No, that's what I'm saying.
You're
You
not-
are just. That's what
if you had decided,
Nikhil,
then Avesh Khan wouldn't be.
Nikhil,
holding
for
that
the
team.
past 3-4
has not
years,
been.
no disrespect to anybody who's playing for India, has played for India, or who will come and play for India in next few months, years. But I've had this discussion with a lot of people, and they all say that the Indian cap has become very, very cheap. You are just distributing them as Prashant.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely right. Mihir Mehta saying selection is already decided ages ago. Kohli will go regardless of series that he misses. Yes, which is
Yes,
true.
yes,
Kohli will
yes,
go.
that
What is the doubt about that? Sarthak Thakur says, do we wake up till 3 a.m. to see Avesh bowling the 20th? Don't treat Team India like your own franchise. This is whole nation's team. India is not a joke. Agreed, 100%.
No, I
100%.
thought that.
And you know what? Can I be honest?
Is it a
Can
private
I-
DCCI? Is it a private body? Or
Yeah, it is. But can I tell you one thing?
Then why are we bothered?
It is, but there was a case in the Supreme Court that had gone that if you're going to wear the
Use the word India.
then you are answerable to people.
Yes.
You may be a private body. Well, my point is also that you know what, I would have still excused something like this, knowing like an experiment, knowing that was going to benefit us.
Yeah.
Okay, let's assume that knowing, for example, if you had if Avesh was 100% sure of going to the World Cup, which is not, by the way, if I was to pick those 5 bowlers, he won't fit it. I would still understand that you're trying to improve. That is not happening. I would still be okay for an experiment, which I know is something that you might need in the T20 World Cup going forward. For example, that on certain days when you've lost a few quick wickets, you send Ravindra Jadeja to bat a bit higher up on certain days on an experiment. I understand, because those are things that you know Ravindra Jadeja is part of your 11. He's 100% going to stay. Someday you will need a left-hander to come a bit higher. I'm understanding those experiments are actually going to help you when you go to the T20 World Cup. My point is, you are doing experiments that are not helping you.
Yes.
Avesh Khan bowling in the death not helping you. He's not going to go on the T20.
Because there are 3 bowlers: Arshdeep, Avesh Khan, and there's one more, Harshal Patel,
Yes.
who's sitting there. I don't know, in the
Yeah.
team hotel without a jersey or with jersey. But what? So
Surya Kumar Yadav is not going to open.
Yeah.
Is my point. So what experiment you're doing is not something that is going to eventually help you. I would have still excused them for a few experiments that may have
and the
helped you.
burden to explain lies with the captain.
Yeah, but captain has explained.
No, I understand.
This is
So,
how
so
we want to
maybe
go with the team.
Rohit
That everyone should
Rohit
be
is
okay
a
to
very
bat
good
and
captain. He is a brilliant captain.
Yes, he is.
I'm saying if this was the situation, so he allowed the situation to come to a point where Avesh Khan will have to bowl the final over. He could have managed his resources somehow.
Yeah.
He's a very good captain. He had 6 bowlers to pick from. He could have had distributed those overs amongst those bowlers in a way that such a situation would not have come eventually.
Yeah. Like I didn't mind, for example, one of the experiments that, okay, Ravindra Jadeja bowled an over less, but Ashwin bowled all 4 because, as we discussed, maybe they'll want an off spinner.
Yeah.
So you are working towards whether he's that off spinner or whether it's Washington Sundar, we don't know. So you're trying him in this situation and figuring out. I still understand those little experiments still make sense, but some mindless experiments just.
No, even if you want to experiment, okay, supposing in a 5-match series, old school convention would say, okay, play with your best for the 3 games, win all 3. If you want, experiment in the 2 dead rubbers.
Absolutely.
Pratham, you are right to a great extent. In fact, we also have
Read,
discussed.
nah, we don't know.
This time I'm giving the answer first and then the question.
Okay.
So this is what we've discussed also in the past. He's saying Sports Today only sense for me for Sky to open is to fit Pant and DK in the 11. I think we have discussed this in the past.
Yeah.
But you
But-
make a choice there. You
No,
take
no,
a decision.
No. But if once KL Rahul is back, then what are you going to do?
No, I'm saying they want to see both DK and Pant in the same 11.
That's
No, we are. That is fine. But my point is, if you're going to try doing this, DK and Pant in the same 11, then you push someone who probably can.
You tell me who is ahead, Rishabh Pant or Shreyas Iyer
Right now, I mean, they are
for the
audition-
T20 World Cup.
Rishabh.
It's a
Pick
tough
Rishabh
call.
Pant, open with Ishan Kishan. Tell Shreyas Iyer that you are going to Zimbabwe alongside Deepak Hooda.
Also, yeah.
Simple.
Also, when they're playing these two, no. Always select the top option. So I'm saying the choice between Pant and DK, while they are wicket keepers and you may want to play one, they're actually not competing for the same spot.
Yeah.
They are not. So is what my point is. So you only test players who are competing for one particular spot. Na? Rishabh Pant is going to be a middle order batsman. So the fight here is
He can bat at he will
so
have
you
to
have
bat
to-
at 5.
Correct. So why are you sacrificing
than
an
five.
opener's position to fit both of them? Sacrifice a middle order batsman. Then decide between a Pant or a Shreyas Iyer.
That's what
who
I'm
plays.
saying. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Correct.
You know, if
DK
you
is your finisher, he plays.
if you have taken a decision between Deepak Hooda and Shreyas Iyer, and take a decision between Shreyas Iyer and Pant also. If Pant is ahead, tell him that you are going to bat and you will play in this 11. And for Shreyas Iyer, send him to Zimbabwe along with this Deepak Hooda. Sorry.
And in the effort of finding one between Pant and Rishabh, don't take the risk of losing a Sky, who's the man in form, who bats in one place and gets runs. So don't do that.
Okay. Hariharan Vishwanathan from US. He's
Says
saying that Krishnamachari Chris Shrikant says that Deepak Hooda needs to be in place of Shreyas Iyer. It comes from a guy who won us the World Cup in 1983 as a player and in 2011 as chief selector.
Yeah, this is Chika's opinion. Again, it's an opinion, one person's opinion versus the other. Personally, if you ask me, I would also pick Hooda ahead of Shreyas Iyer. But I'm saying, even then, I don't think it's too much of, completely one-sided debate. There are also arguments that you can make for Shreyas Iyer to be there. He, at the moment, I keep saying, you look at his record, isn't bad. Today it was a failure, but it was a rare failure for him in white ball cricket. So take out his white ball cricket record, he's getting runs. So that choice is tough, but whichever way you go, I can't be overly critical of the team management of going one side. Personally, again, as I say, I see more, and I'm only looking at potential. I see more potential there in Hooda over Shreyas Iyer, personal opinion. But I also cannot sit and, if I look at numbers, argue that no, kick Shreyas Iyer out. That also would be unfair for Shreyas.
So last few questions. Tushar Tiwari, you answer this. This is for you only.
Avesh has had a bat today. Giving him the last over was to confirm his elimination. Same seems to be the case with DK. Pant is 100% for the World Cup, and I feel Surya opening is because of it. So Tushar, firstly, I don't think that you needed to lose a match to find an excuse to remove Avesh.
Yes.
Okay. If you didn't want Avesh in your team, which I think we've discussed, and if we sitting miles away from the team can also tell you that he doesn't fit into the 5 because of such tough competition, I'm sure the team also knows that. I don't know what they were trying to find. You didn't have to lose this game to figure out. Had Avesh not bowled here also and Bhuvi had bowled, you had won this game. Still, nobody would have questioned you had you not picked Avesh. That's the first bit. Second, he says, seems to be the case with DK. I'm not sure, but yes, in a way, you're right. I think Pant is there 100%. I'm not very 100% about it. I think it's going to be a face-off between these two for 11. Squad, they
Yeah.
both might be.
Both might be there, yeah.
But for the 11, they're going to have a face-off, and this face-off will continue for some time now, till such time that the entire team is back, which is only going to be till Asia Cup. And then let's see what they do in Asia Cup. The advantage for Pant will be he's a left-hander. Finally, he says Surya's opening is because of it, but we answered that question. That you don't have to lose a Surya to just
Exactly.
fit one between a Pant and a thing. You could still go with an opener, play one between Shreyas and Rishabh, and try them out.
And if Surya and you wanted to eliminate Avesh Khan by giving him that over, does that mean that if he would have won you this game, he would have been
Yeah.
included in the World Cup squad?
No,
No
no,
chance.
no, absolutely not.
Yeah, and we are talking about these 5 pacers without paying any attention to Mohammad Shami as well, who I think is way ahead if I had to pick. But we'll know. I think Asia Cup will tell us. If he goes to Asia Cup, then you'll know he's in the scheme of things. If he doesn't, then maybe. Arshdeep has really come into that.
Yes.
He's
He
one
has
guy
to go.
who's
He should be in that
impressed
squad
me
of
a
15.
lot in the last.
Has to go.
He should go. He should go. He must. He should be there in your 15-man squad.
The left arm variation.
Yes.
Why not? It makes your bowling unidimensional with all right armers. Okay, hit the deck swing. But left armer has a different variation altogether.
What is Rishabh Sehgal saying?
He's saying hello sports.
All
Trinity."
cricket fans are doing the same or want to do the same, but the difference is you're getting paid for this. Not getting jealous from you all. You are the inspiration for us. Wow, Rishabh.
Thank you, Rishabh.
Thank you, and with those lovely remarks, we've taken this one.
We've taken it. We'll call it a night.
Yes, yes.
No,
or a
morning.
By the way, today again there's
India's
a match.
playing today.
Today. India
Yeah.
will be back.
In the next
Same
16
field,
hours.
same team. Hopefully, against the same team.
Hopefully, jerseys.
Hopefully with a better.
Hopefully there'll be
Result.
one less, 2 less Arshdeeps on the field.
We just need one Arsh.
And one hopes we get clarity for the 4th and 5th T20I. Because we don't know whether we'll be going to Florida
US.
for that. Yep.
With time we'll know. Yeah. Thank you for joining us. Lovely for so many of you to be up at this time of the
Yes.
morning.
Yep.
See you tomorrow. We'll go live at 7:15. Game starts at 8
Yep.
Indian
Yeah,
time.
now
So we'll be live, but we'll be live from about 4 p.m. with all the Commonwealth updates.
Yes.
Plenty action coming your way tomorrow. Check
Wait.
out those videos if you haven't.
Yep.
And don't forget to subscribe.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. Good night and Vadaka. Download the SportsTak app. Don't forget. One
And-
super chat from DLF4. Is it DLF Phase 4 also?
DLF phase 4.
DLF Phase 4 has sent a
Very,
question.
very.
Too harsh on Dravid.
No, yeah.
No.
He DLF very, very
Very
harsh.
harsh.
Yeah. But if I will only want to say if the coach is equally responsible for experimentation, my request to him would be just slow down.
If he doesn't win 2022 World T20 and 2023 World Cup, then please, yes.
Yes.
Bye.
Vanakkam.
Vanakkam.